Okay, it is now time for my latest reading, my second reading of the biographical book My Way by Sir Robert Muldoon, Prime Minister of New Zealand under the National Party from 1975 to 1984. This book published in 1981. And he's got a chapter called The Media, Arrogance versus Accuracy, and I think we managed to get some insight into the mind of Rob Muldoon yesterday. I'll just read this passage. It is quite fascinating, and I want you to put it in the context of the arguments and debate that New Zealand has been having over the past year in politics. And maybe they're the same debates we've always been having, and maybe the answers have always been there with us. All around the world, I've said to my colleagues in the upper ranks of other governments that the best evidence I have of racial harmony is the fact that on my side of the House, I have three Maoris, each elected by an electorate that is overwhelmingly Pākehā in composition. For some reason, this fact is not news. The reason, I suspect, is that it is positive rather than negative, and herein we can underline another defect in the attitude of the news media in our country. Each year in January, I make a speech to the Rotary Club of Orewa. Cabinet takes a break for 4 weeks between the third week of December and the third week of January, and it is my custom to go to my cottage at Hatfields Beach to rest and recuperate from the pressures of the year. I take with me a number of books that have come to my attention during the year, which I have not had time to read. I swim, relax, spend time with my family, and get the inevitable daily telephone calls from the news media who, short of a story, ring me up with all kinds of odd angles on which they wish me to comment. These days I do not accept invitations to address service clubs unless the occasion is an important one, such as the 75th anniversary of Rotary, or the meeting is a combined one of some national significance. Service clubs, in any case, have a general role that of some national significance, although there is more and more being honoured in the breach rather than the observance. So that was back in the day. Rotary, Lions, RSA meant something in our society. My custom of addressing the Orewa Rotary Club is, however, something that is valuable to them because there are a lot of visiting Rotarians in that holiday era of New Zealand in January. It is valuable to me too because it gives me the opportunity while on holiday to clarify my thinking on the economic prospects for the coming year. And aren't we forming a view of a world that is so slow? Literally 4 weeks every year, I go to the beach and go swimming. And I take some books to read. He's not on social media. He's not tweeting. He's not spending 44,000 bloody dollars TikToking up a mountain, is he? He's just going to the beach, and then he'll go down to the Rotary Club and he'll talk about what he wants to talk about. And it is an age of innocence. But even back then, he says, I got three Maoris in my party, elected by Pākehās. Why don't they make a story of that? Why weren't we back then in the late 1970s saying, as Rob was saying, this country had racial harmony. We were not inherently racist or systemically racist or divided. We were actually okay. And it was a slower, more innocent time where a Prime Minister could go to the beach and the only harassment he got was a phone call from a journalist on the landline occasionally. Oh, happy days. Oh, how far from that we are now, where we have people like Mohan Dutta teaching at universities and fomenting hate, when we have newspapers running anti-Semitic, Jew-hating advertisements and not making false claims about a genocide, and disrespecting people like Rob and his generation who fought against the real fascists. in Italy, in Crete, in Greece, in Europe, in the Pacific. What a strange bloody world we're living in.